everybody, we're on the road again. This time we're headed to the beach. A rainy day headed to the beach, but we're headed to the Jersey Shore. Hopefully we can see a lighthouse and take you guys out in the gimbal if it's not raining when we get there. If not, I'll just have to take photos and post it later. Hope everybody's having a good afternoon or morning wherever you are. Currently on 33, Route 33 in Pennsylvania. We're going to be bypassing Bethlehem and Phillipsburg, New Jersey, correct?
Almost. Easton.
Oh, I always get those two confused for some reason.
We did bypass Bethlehem, though, on 22.
So, apologies for the rainy drive. Can't control the weather, but figured bring you guys along with us just in case you were interested. I think this is day number 5 that it's raining now. I lost count. It started on Friday, and it's been raining Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. No, it's day 6. That's a lot of rain. So we're no longer in a drought. We've come from one extreme to the other. If you've listened to any of my videos earlier this summer, you will have heard us complaining about the lack of rain. Well, Mother Nature has decided to give it to us all in one go, which is not cool. We needed this rain throughout the summer, not in one go of it, you know. Our poor garden is now suffering from the effects of too much rain too fast. Tomatoes splitting at the seams and blight and all that good stuff, which is unfortunate.
I guess the water got delayed in shipping?
Yeah, I guess it got backlogged.
Up all at once.
Yeah. You didn't know you had a, what is it? Let's see. 14-week shipping delay, right? It started mid-June.
At some point you said we were getting 1/4 of an inch of rain, but
That was overnight. During the day they said it was an inch. So
yeah.
I think we must have gotten several inches by now.
Oh, it's crazy.
I mean, it was raining through the porch roof, so you know it's bad when it's raining through your roof. Hey, American girl, how you doing? It's good to see you. Sorry the view is very subpar. We were hoping the rain would have been gone by now, but it's not.
It actually seems to be getting worse the further east we go.
Yeah, they actually had gale warnings for Long Beach, New Jersey through this morning, which is where we're headed. We're heading to West Long Beach, New Jersey.
Well, that was Long Branch.
Long Branch. Yeah, Long Branch, sorry. I got beach on the brain because we're going to the beach.
We're going to the beach at Long Branch.
Yeah. We're actually hoping to go to a drive by a lighthouse, the Sandy Hook Lighthouse, because the other lighthouse is closed renovations. So if all goes well, we're gonna go check that out. I think we need to do something with the air because it's fogging the window.
Are we fogging up?
Yeah, because I was like, why is it not focusing when you do the wipers? It's fog, I think. Yeah, there we go. Now we can see something. It's a bumpy road.
Sorry about that.
Don't make American Girl dizzy.
I don't know how my wipers work. After 20 years, I still don't know.
Well, you normally don't want to do wipers when you're live streaming if you can avoid it.
And these new wipers are so loud, too.
Yeah, I think my brother picked the worst kind of wipers for our car.
I don't think that was the plan, but that's the result.
Yeah, they're very noisy, unfortunately.
Right in front of the view, too.
Yeah. American Girl, do you remember the name of the restaurant you were telling us about? She's laughing. Do you remember the name of the restaurant you were telling us about up near Lake Wall and Paul Pack? You were mentioning a restaurant, I think a few weeks ago on one of my lives, and I can't remember which one it was. I was trying to look it up for a possibility for Thursday. me tomorrow.
That's right. You want to go to Lake Wallenpaupack tomorrow.
Yeah, the plan is we have the game today, so we go to the beach, go to the game, come home, finish packing, and then get up early enough tomorrow so that we can go visit Lake Wallenpaupack in the daylight before we check into our hotel for the event, which means, you know, finding a place to eat dinner. I think there's a restaurant at the hotel, but I figured it'd be cool to support a local business if we found it. Oh yeah, that's right. Good point. I don't own the rights to any of the wiper sounds or road noise. But yeah, I'd love to see Lake Wallenpaupack in the daylight, so that would be really cool. Especially since the leaves are starting to turn color. I'm guessing the leaves are turning color up there as well. So it might be really cool. Oh, there's a flag. American flag on the side there, and a bench. So American Girl, I do have a new mod. Her name is Kimberly Sweet. It shows up as Kimberly Sweet on YouTube, so she should be hopping on today so I can give her wrench. She's going to help me out on Friday. She says, the Grisham's Chop House. I can meet you guys there or anywhere. Dinner on me. Aww. Yeah, well, text me about it, and then we can figure something out. Because it'd be great to see you.
Once again, we're on 78 going east. This time we're heading all the way to the coast. I guess it'll be 78 to 287, and it'll be on 287 for a while.
Hey Kimberly, good to see you. Let me get your wrench. Give me 1 second to pull it up.
We're actually going to Monmouth University for a field hockey game, which is looking right now like it could be pretty wet. We thought we'd take a ride to the beach while we're this far.
Yeah, since we're going this far, might as well, right?
It's been a while since we've been to the beach anywhere. Getting worse the further east we go.
Yeah, I think we're in a bad band of it right now. Heavy band.
We're crossing the Delaware River soon.
I do want to mention that my dad and I are going to be covering the Save the Nation conference on Friday from 8:30 in the morning to 5:30 p.m. in Newfoundland, Pennsylvania. I have the link to in the description to the website where you can see all the speakers and when they're going to speak, and the links to the live streams will be posted on Facebook and YouTube and my community page. And then later that evening, there's a special dinner that we're also covering that's nearby at the Rod of Iron Freedom Festival
for it somehow.
Yeah, I know. It's not looking like it's gonna lighten up too much.
I think we've been to Monmouth University only once, I guess.
Yeah, only once.
It was one of these play-in games for the playoffs. Princeton had to play Monmouth in a play-in game. They hosted. But that was quite a while ago.
Yeah. Hey, it's lightened up some. Maybe I can grab my notes.
Might have been 8 years ago.
Yeah, it's definitely been a while. Got the notes out. I will go over the speakers and when they're speaking for Friday. But I won't go over everything they're speaking about because of trigger words. So,
Oh, that's right. They got the censorship turned up to 9 because we got elections coming.
yeah. Kimberly says, weather is onshore flow out of the east. What a mess. Weather Channel talking about lots of beach erosion all the way down to the Carolinas. Yeah. The hurricane was really, really bad. I was wondering, I was wondering how much it affected, the Jersey coast as well. 'Cause we've been getting over 5 days of rain now.
Oh, it seems endless. Is this still a hurricane?
I don't know if this is part of the hurricane or not.
It just seems like it's way too long.
It just seems a lot longer than a normal system that normally hits the Northeast. So I don't know if it's just the tail remnants. It started on Friday, which is when we were supposed to get the remnants of the hurricane. And it hasn't stopped. So I'm not sure.
I was just talking to somebody that's saying that the beach erosion is an issue.
Well, yeah, right now, if you're at the Jersey Shore, they're warning people about riptides, high surf, erosion. They had a gale warning from 6 a.m. this morning when I checked. So. Alright, so for the Save the Nation conference, you can learn more and still actually register for the event. So if you're interested in still attending, it's freedomfaithandfamily.org. So that event is from 7:30 in the morning to 5 p.m. So the reason it's at 7:30 is they do a breakfast and sign-ins at 7:30, and then they start session 1, which will be at 8:30 a.m. It'll be the role of churches in saving the nation. We'll have Pastor Gary Haskell speaking, Dr. Joseph Green will be speaking, and Pastor Corey Brooks. And then session 2 begins at 10:30 in the morning, returning our nation to the Founders' Constitutional Vision. We'll have Robert Burrell and Ambassador Alan Keyes. They'll be speaking at that. And then at 12:30 we have lunch, and they actually have lunch in a different room, and they'll have 2 lunch speakers. We'll have Trevor Loudon from New Zealand and Donna Jackson speaking. And then we move back to the main room at 2:30 to have the Fight to Restore election ice cream in our republic. And I'll have Greg Stenstrom, Tony Shute, and Cheryl Chumley speaking about that. And I believe it's $69 if you want to attend in person, or you can, if you can't make it in person, you can always watch one of the live streams, which will be streamed on Lions for Liberty, all one word, on Rumble, and then my Gwenny7 channel on YouTube, so GWYNNY7 on YouTube, also Gwenny7 on Rumble, and on Facebook it'll be Gwen's Notes, GWYN''S, and then the word space notes. So that'll be exciting. Kimberly says, happening even today, Big Low is sitting and spinning out over you. Okay. So that might explain why it's still raining so much.
Yeah, that would.
Cheryl says, I missed the beginning. What beach are we going to? Long Beach.
Long Branch.
Long Branch. I can't get it right today. Long Branch in New Jersey.
There is a name of a... What is the name of that? It's Seven Presidents?
Yeah, one second. It's,
I can't remember the name. At least that's our plan.
well, that's one of the places we wanted to go to.
We'll
I'm
settle.
routing us to the lighthouse at the moment.
Okay. We'll settle for any part of the beach, I guess.
Seven Presidents Oceanfront Park is Long Branch, New Jersey, on Ocean Avenue. So that was one place we were hoping to go to. The other place that we're looking at trying to go to right now is the Sandy Hook Lighthouse, which is in Middletown, New Jersey. That's the mailing address, even though it's really more like North Long Branch. So we'll see how it goes. Cheryl's like, oh nice, I'm a Jersey girl. Cool. Yeah, and then the plan is to watch Princeton field hockey play at Monmouth University at 4. So, if all goes well.
Is the road actually dry here?
Yeah, it seems we temporarily have driven out of the rain. Which is shocking. But I'll take it.
I'm glad we broke the trend. It was getting heavier and heavier rain as we kept going east. This is much better.
Looks like we got a lane closure coming up. Is this part of the blasting that they're doing?
Yeah, they're doing some road work along through the mountain cut here.
Yeah, that's what it is. But I'm not sure they're doing it today, but we'll see.
At least there's no delay. This can get backed up.
Cheryl, the event is the Save the Nation Conference. It's going to be held at the Sanctuary Church in Newfoundland, Pennsylvania. So 889 Main Street, Newfoundland, Pennsylvania, 18445. You can sign up at freedomfaithandfamily.org. Or if you can't make it in person, you can always watch one of the live streams. I'll be streaming on Lions for Liberty's Rumble channel, which is Lions for Liberty as one word. And then also on my Rumble channel, Gwenny7, and my YouTube channel is Gwenny7, and Facebook as well. I'm hoping that there won't be a lot of music at the event, because that tends to make Facebook shut down my live streaming, which is rather frustrating. So hopefully there won't be too much music. I know at the dinner they are going to have a live performer. Dave Gray is going to be doing I guess of some songs. I don't know how many, but he's going to be performing. So I may have to mute during that. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Worst case is Facebook will go down and you guys will just have to watch and Rumble. Joe says the sun will finally return after 8 days here in PA. I'm not sure about New Jersey. Yeah, I hope so. I mean, we've been having rain since Friday. A lot of rain. I mean, inches of rain. We could have used some of that in the summertime. Our poor tomatoes are getting splits. Basically, when tomatoes get too much rain at once, they can't grow fast enough for their skins, so they split open. They call them stretch marks for tomato plants, but I think calling it splits sounds better. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, it's it's $69 for the conference at the church. And then in the evening, they have the special dinner, the election dinner. I'm calling it the election ice cream dinner, but when you go on the website, you'll see what I mean by ice cream. That's at 6:30 to 9:30. That's $50 a person. That's at the Rod of Iron Freedom Festival grounds. It's actually going to be held outside in a heated, fancy tent. And they're going to have Ambassador Alan Keyes speaking, Trevor Loudon from New Zealand, Greg Stenstrom, Tony Shoup, and Leah Hoops. I can't really talk about what they're going to say because of algorithm stuff. So definitely check out the website. Both of these events are part of the Rod of Iron Freedom Festival of 2022.
I'll be talking about freedom.
Yes, freedom.
Well, you still can.
Yep, which we definitely need to stand up for, so. I think you jinxed it by saying we drove out of the rain.
Yeah, it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
I think it's just patchy. It is what it is.
We got that offshore low just dumping some water on us for days.
So I was thinking we'd do the lighthouse first because it's further away from the field, whereas the President Park is closer.
All right.
Because the lighthouse is out on the hook, out on Sandy Hook, as they call it. It's part of a park. It's called the Gunnison Beach, Sandy Hook Beach. It's part of the Gateway National Recreation Area, Sandy Hook. Assuming that the road is open to get to it, because who knows with the weather.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, we could find out that, the road got washed away or something. Cheryl says, freedom! Yes. Thanks, Kimberly, for dropping the links in the chat. I appreciate that.
I brought a few maps with me. I know the one is a pretty old one. It's called Ocean Drive.
Yeah, that's the one road we want to go on.
I also found some directions from the last time we went to Monmouth University. Clinton Diner near Clinton, New Jersey. Makes sense?
Yep.
It's actually on Old Route 22.
I like that you can sit in the train car. That's really cool. Well, I guess if our garden survives this rain, we might actually get some beans.
Yeah, we planted some really late bush beans, and well, if we get a late frost, we might actually get a harvest. I'm sure they're loving the water.
Oh, yeah.
They like water.
I'm bummed about my watermelon, though.
Here's the Raritan. Yeah, the watermelons were a flop.
Well, I had one that was growing half decent, and then something decided to drill holes in it. Which is sad.
They didn't even get to be the size of a baseball, though.
No. I'm just dropping some links on Facebook here for the upcoming events. No, they only got to be the size of what? Maybe a nectarine. says it's raining so much that even Mother Nature is crying over the state of our distressed nation. Yeah, it's one way to look at it. Yeah, well, if the lighthouse isn't open for like a tour, it's okay. I mean, I can still get out and walk around if it's not pouring. I mean, hopefully you can see it. But I know the other lighthouse, the further south lighthouse, is closed for renovations. So I don't even know if you can park near it. So I ruled that one out. I like lighthouses. It's kind of a thing. When we went to Michigan last fall for the playoffs, we went and visited a few lighthouses along the way. So that was really cool.
Yeah, there was one that was in Ohio, across from Sandusky. That was on Lake Erie. And we went to another one that was on Lake Huron, just north of the Blue Water Bridge.
Yeah, that's where a whole bunch of people, including Soup Mama and what was American Freedom Convoy, met up with the Canadians. It was really cool.
I know Polish Agnes was there. She was covering it.
Yeah, she live streamed it, which was really neat. It's like we drove in that parking lot. We knew exactly where they were because we had driven there on the way up to Michigan.
Yeah, it was last November. And it is true, blue water. It's surprising. You walk up to the water and it really does look blue. More so than what you would expect.
Cheryl hopped on YouTube. She says, "Hey, it's Cheryl." I was the one on Facebook. "Hi, American girl." Yeah. I was really surprised how blue the water was. I wasn't expecting that. Like, it was very blue. It's like aquamarine blue, you know?
Yeah, it was quite noticeable.
Remember that big barge that was coming in? That was really cool.
Yeah, we just kind of missed it though.
I know we missed most of it, but still to see it that close was pretty
There was
neat.
a barge coming through there.
And I seem to remember it was raining on us too when we were there.
Because I think that is the beginning of lakes, what's the name of the river that connects Lake Huron to Erie? But that's pretty much the end of Lake Huron where that bridge crossing is, and then
It's not the Baywater Bridge, is it? Have to look it up. I don't remember.
Is it the St. Clair River, actually?
It might be. You're asking what separates the two?
Yeah, between Lake Huron and Lake Erie.
Well, there's Lake St. Clair.
There is Lake St. Clair, but there's also the connecting waterways between them all.
The St. Clair River connects Huron to the lake, which then connects to the Erie.
Is it called St. Clair River both sides?
They call it the Detroit River on the other side.
Okay. So downstream of Lake St. Clair, it's the Detroit River.
Yeah. Wow, look at this thing passing us. Oversized load. You guys want a shed? There's 3 of them. One for each of you in the chat. Totally should be passing. That's funny. I didn't even see a spotter car. Did he not have a spotter car? Usually those have spot cars.
Humanity is amazing. You got all this stuff driving down the road, and we all managed to not hit each other.
Makes you wonder why more stuff doesn't end up in the shoulder, though. over to the lighthouse, or?
We're committed to 78.
Okay.
We missed 22 already.
Well, that's what I meant, 78 to 27.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, I kind of presume we're not quite to 287 yet.
We're getting close. About 6.5 miles.
I know 22 is another alternative.
Because what it's suggesting is it's going to take us along the, I don't know, do they call it a bay? Inlet. We're going to take 287 to Route 9 and cross the Driscoll Bridge. And then it kind of hugs the coast until we turn left to go up to Sandy Hook.
So we're taking 9 south?
Yeah. Kimberly says, yes, St. Clair River, Detroit River. It's Lake St. Clair. I live 1.5 hours from there. That's right, you are from Michigan. I forgot to ask you which part of Michigan when we were talking the other day.
We had gone to Ann Arbor for field hockey games in November last year. That was Gwenny's first time in Michigan.
Yeah, I was telling Kimberly some of our road adventures. I realized how bad Michigan roads were.
She learned that Michigan has a lot of unpaved roads.
And roads that somehow start off as macadam and end up as dirt.
Often good dirt, though.
Yeah.
There were some nice gravel roads we ended up on.
There was only that one that was really bad that we went mudding accidentally. That took forever to get the mud off the car.
That was a little bit too wet. The conditions weren't
We should have turned around. We should totally have turned around with that one. But,
I think,
But life's worth some fun, right? Kimberly says, I'm 30 minutes south of Flint. Okay. Cheryl says, did you guys do the Bristol Bridge? I don't think so.
No, I'm not sure which one it is, though. We went from Ann Arbor up to Flint and then over to the Blue Water Bridge. I forget the name of the town there at the border, though.
Let me look. Port Huron.
Okay.
We went to Port Huron, and then we went up to visit. Let's see, what's the lighthouse was called? Was it Pine Grove Park?
I don't remember the name.
Let's see.
There was a park actually up the road a little bit from the lighthouse.
No, here it is. It's the Fort. I don't know how you say it. Gratiot Lighthouse. Because it's next to the military. I'm not sure what you call it, base or outpost. So I believe that's where it was.
And then there was a park that was up a little further north.
Yeah, they call that Lighthouse Beach. Lake Huron Conger Lighthouse Beach. Which we did go into, but it was getting dark. And then they have multiple entrances to it. That was also a rainy day. It was a Saturday that we had off because our team, one of the teams that we were cheering on, won Friday night, so we had to stay over. And we had Saturday off, and we're like, oh, let's go check out a lighthouse. So that was cool. Plus, we got to see Canada from across the water, which was neat.
First time to Lake Huron.
She says Port Huron and Sarnia, Ontario. That's what Kimberly says. Okay. Joe says, say not day, sorry. Oh, did you say Bristol Bridge? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah. I don't think we went over Bristol Bridge.
Where is Bristol Bridge?
I'm trying to figure that out.
It's coming up in a couple miles here. We're going to be getting off of 78 and heading southward on 287.
I kind of doubt they're talking about the Bucks County one.
That Bristol Bridge? No. That's the Burlington Bristol Bridge.
Yeah, that's the one that showed up when I put it in the maps.
crash on 287 North. Fortunately, we're not going that way.
I'll have to look it up at home. It's kind of hard to pull it up. It was sunny. Those autumn leaves would make for a pretty drive. Yeah, for sure. Going into New Jersey from PA. Would stop wobbling so much. I don't know why it doesn't want to focus.
Yeah, we gotta do something with that.
Oops, wrong way. Sorry, guys. Ah. Shoot, wrong one. I'm hitting wrong buttons today. Oh no. I'm trying to figure out how to flip it.
So here we go, 287 coming up.
Trying to change the focus. Let's see.
We'll be on 287 for a while.
That's any better. Not really. I need to get a better phone is what I need to do. I think it's just the camera's too old. It doesn't have all the anti-shake features that the newer stuff has.
I think this has the first generation stabilization.
Oh, when I mentioned the one in Bucks County, Cheryl says that's where I grew up.
Ah.
Yeah, we know that area very well. Did we live in Bucks or was it different county?
We did live in Bucks.
That's what I thought when we were younger. Kimberly says, I got a chance to visit Agnes when she went out to the Blue Water Bridge in Port Huron in July. That was awesome. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I was following her live stream along with Soup Mama. That was really, really, really cool.
I wouldn't mind if traffic was like this the whole way. This little stretch here to ourselves. It's 58 degrees outside right now.
And it's a balmy, almost, I was going to say November day, but it's October. Feels like November weather though, that raw, rainy, dreary November days that you get. Can get, usually when the leaves are coming off the trees. Kimberly says, so if you have events to do in Michigan, you have somewhere to come to. Oh, that's nice of you. Yeah, I'd love to. I'd love to cover other events outside the state. It's just, it's hard. You know, we have animals that we have to have, you know, friends care for while we're gone. So it makes it harder to do further events that are farther away. Because I don't think anybody would want 6 guineas in their hotel room. I know I wouldn't. We're talking about guinea fowl, as in the birds, not guinea pigs. But they're very loud.
Good luck, good luck.
But yeah, the girls say good luck, or some people say buckwheat, but to us it sounds like good luck, good luck. We have one girl left, and her name's Hover, and she's a real sweetie. Kimber's like, come along and do a lighthouse tour. I'll go along. That would be really fun. That would be really cool. I'd love to do that. I definitely definitely have to see if I can ask Agnes what she uses for her car mount, because I have yet to find a car mount that seems to do very well in our car. Like right now, it seems like it looks okay, but I don't know if it's shaking on your end or not. But it just seems like all the car mounts we've tried with our windshield, they shake too much with the vibrational frequency. I don't know how Agnes manages not to have it shake, rattle, and roll. American Girl says, at least you guys are great looking. Aw, thanks. It was really great to meet you, American Girl, at Spooking Up. That was really cool. I really appreciate all the help and everything you did to help us out that day. It was a really long day. That was another one of our really long days. That was from 10 a.m. to 6. So that was like the pre-run for this event. You know?
Yeah, it was long.
Because that one, we didn't have much break at all. At least I didn't. You got done a little earlier, though. I think you got done around like 2:30 or something, your room. But Kimberly says she'll be right back. Cheryl says it's not shaky. Yay! I'm glad. It's always a battle of trying to not get it to shake. We've been trying to experiment with some foam and stuff underneath and give it extra support. I know this, with buying the new tripod with the donations I received for the live streaming at the actual events, the quality went up a lot compared to our old tripod. It's so much less shaky to do the panning. So that's good.
I noticed we had a vibrational issue though.
The vibrational issue we had at the Constitution Day event was from the bounce house. They had, we were basically set up on courts for sports, and they had a big inflatable bounce house for the kids. And I don't know if you guys know, like the bounce houses have like this big unit that keeps them inflated, that's always running. It's really loud and it has a vibration to it. So you can feel it in your feet when you're in a bounce house, and that's what was making the whole floor vibrate. You could feel it because whatever the floor was made out of for the court, it just you could feel the vibration. So. Eastbound ramp closure, 9:30. Okay, so that's cool.
Saw a sign there for Staten Island, New York.
Yeah, we're gonna be fairly close to it. You can literally wave.
So can you see the Statue of Liberty?
I'm not sure. We're gonna get really close. So we might. I'm not sure. That would be really cool if we could. Okay, well, I'm glad to hear that, Kimberly. Kimberly says you can see the hood of the car moving, but not the camera. Alright, as long as it doesn't feel like you guys are in a blender, I'm happy, because I try to not put you guys in the blender. That's what I call it when the stream gets all shaky and wobbly. It's the blender. I know a lot of people are susceptible to, vertigo and motion sickness, myself included, so I try to minimize that as best I can. We're now at 4 lanes of traffic. It's kind of cool. Now we lose one here, though.
As long as you know where we're going. Because I'm not looking at a map.
I'm using Waze, so hopefully Papa Waze knows how to get there.
I mean, I did bring paper maps.
Susan says, beach anytime on Facebook. Yeah, it's currently we're in a dry spell, so we'll take it. Hopefully it stays that way when we want to get out. Because what I want to do, if everything works out to plan, I'd like to get my gimbal out and take you guys for a walk to check out the lighthouse. And then after that, we'll head to the beach.
that's one of the main. That's the main beach there,
Yeah.
the popular one.
What's really cool about that one is they have a handicap accessible playground. Like, I've never seen anything so cool in my life.
I was reading a comment. Somebody was saying you have to pay to park, even to use the playground.
Yeah, you do. During the season, you do. Yeah, I don't know with it being the off season now if that's an effect.
Hopefully not. I don't think so.
They said it was permanent parking.
We should be able to do this for free.
But for those wondering why I'm really excited about a handicap playground, I ended up a little bit about myself. Back in December of 2010, I had a bad ankle injury in field hockey. It was a career-ending injury, unfortunately, with my ankle. So I've had mobility issues ever since. So for me to see, mobility things set up for kids just makes me so happy, because I know how much it sucks to not be able to get around. So it's nice to see when kids like that are thought of and they have a special place they can go to, because a lot of parks are not handicap friendly at all. Anybody that's got any kind of major health issue or mobility issue, you can't necessarily climb ladders or certain types of steps, or certain swings might not be ideal. So it's really cool to see a park that's been set up for those that have issues like that. So it makes my heart happy to see that. So in 10 miles, we're getting onto 440 north.
440.
It stays straight, so I guess some of the roads split off. And then we're going to get onto Route 9 south, and then State Route 35, and then State Route 36, and then we do some turns, and then we're at the lighthouse. So I definitely, you could say I'm a health advocate and try to help other people advocate for their health. So definitely stand up for those that are in the disability community and chronic illness communities, because I've had health issues myself. So
I think we were here a few weeks ago for the Rutgers game.
yes, I believe you're correct.
Now that's a pretty big river we're crossing.
I think it's very, very swollen with the rain. It's very muddy too.
Was that the Raritan River again? I know we crossed it earlier, much further upstream.
Yep, it was.
We had a lot of flooding here. What was it, last summer or 2 summers ago? With one of the storms that came through.
I don't remember.
Side of the road up here.
Yeah, let me make sure that's on the Waze, because that's not reported. Okay, people know.
Oh, something else up here.
That's the construction. Kimberly says, I can't speak for anybody else, but I've got thousands of miles watching out the window with y'all streams. LOL. Yeah, I'm right with you there, Kimberly. Pretty much since the Canadian convoys, I don't want to know how many hours of YouTube I've watched. We've watched so much of the convoys since Canada days. I mean, I watched them drive all the way across Canada to Ottawa, and then I watched them from the People's Convoy from California all the way to Pennsylvania the first time, and then going all the way back, and then coming all the way back. So, yeah. I'm right with you there. Hey Josh, how's it going? It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in forever, it feels. I know you've been really busy with your job. Cheryl says, we were just on vacation in Wildwood, New Jersey 2 weeks ago. We were blessed to catch the very last warm days of summer. Oh, that's nice. Definitely a bit raw out today. says that's when I started watching too. I was wound up as a mod, and the rest is history, as they say. Yeah. I remember you were telling me a little bit on the team. Josh says, how have you been doing? We've been doing good. We've been covering a lot of grassroots events in Pennsylvania. So we've done a few events. We've done a few convoys, rallies, covering the 1776 Restoration Movement, the People's Movement of Pennsylvania. I'm trying to think of all of them. Unite PA events.
What's the one at Bloomsburg?
That was Unite PA. The Pennsylvania. Okay. No, actually, it's Pennsylvania. Unite PA was sponsoring it for the Pennsylvania Patriot Coalition. It's a mouthful. And then we just did the grassroots Unite PA Fall Liberty Fest, or GRUPA, as they call it. GRUPA. It's a lot of acronyms to remember, guys. I'm sorry. This is why we refer to Pennsylvania as PA. It just gets to be too long.
The only state in the union that's known by its initials.
Yeah. Cheryl says, I started with Canada too. I never imagined we would enjoy watching people drive for hours. I know, right? I know. I thought the same thing. I was like, who's going to want to watch this for hours? And then I just got sucked in, and I'm like, every time I get up, you know, like the first thing I do is pull it up and see, like, where are we driving now? You know, and follow along on the maps to see, like, where are we now? You know, that's really cool. And then just seeing all the love and unity at all the, you know, overpasses and the rest areas and along the roads, it's just heartwarming. It just made you want to cry tears of joy, especially the Canada one. I mean, we were big fans of, there was a streamer called Ottawa. He's still around. He lived in Ottawa. As far as I know, he still does. And he would just walk around every night just showing you like what's going on without really much commentary. So it really felt like you were right there with him. And it was a really cool experience.
I liked how he didn't try to influence your opinion of what was going on.
Yeah, there was also Fry TV, Viva Fry, Zot. I think Zope was another one.
Yeah, I believe so.
I'm trying to think. There was, unfortunately, I don't remember a lot of the drivers' names because they had really interesting handles. I don't know them off the top of my head. I'd have to look them up. But it was really cool.
So what this guy in front of us try to prove by passing us like that?
I don't know.
I thought he was going to weave his way through traffic the way he was passing us.
I don't know. You want a giant spool, though? I've got a giant spool passing us right now.
As long as they don't roll over and fall on us.
It's got a giant claw. A claw!
That spool looks a little weathered.
It does. It looks like something chewed the top off of it. Or rolled it down a really bad, uneven section of, I don't know, road or something. Yeah, so it's amazing. But it is kind of cool to follow along because for me, or at least for the United States one, I haven't gone out further than Indiana. I think it's the farthest west I've been.
Louisville,
Kentucky area. So to be able to see California, you know, and them coming through, like, you know, New Mexico, Texas, like, I know, Dad, you've been out that way a few times, you know, in Texas and such, and told me stories, but just to see the different terrain and, you know, environments, it's just really cool, you know, the different trees, and there was snow, actually, and the first time they were coming across the country, they ran into snow in the mountains, so that was kind of cool. Vehicle here at the interchange, apparently.
We crossing Route 1.
Yeah. There he is. Poor guy. Alright, in 2.2 miles we stay straight to stay onto 440 north.
Okay.
inspired us to start our own overpass flag waves. That's what Freedom Twins is. We made a channel. Oh, that's so cool! You made a channel for it. I'll have to check, subscribe, and check you out. I know you've been doing that a lot. I saw you posting in the group. I know we had really hoped to make it to one of the overpasses when the People's Convoy was coming over the first time, and unfortunately it happened to fall on the same day that we had our big event at Hershey with Lions for Liberty. They were hosting Dr. Peter McCullough, Brian Artis, Steve Kirsch, and Attorney Tom Renz showed up. And we thought it was only going to be like a 2-hour event. We didn't really know. It just said it started at whatever time it started. And we're like, oh, we should be able to get done in time and be able to check on Trucker G or some of the other drivers and see, like, hey, where are they at? And we had all these overpasses, mapped out to the border to basically see them before they cross the border and then meet up at Hagerstown. But unfortunately, our event ended up being like a 5-hour event, which wasn't a bad thing because it was an amazing event. Just, unfortunately, we couldn't do the overpasses because it was dark and they had made it to Hagerstown at that point. So we never got to do the overpass the way we wanted, but we did get to go down and visit at Hagerstown and then come back and run in the convoy 1.5 times. I say that because we did a full day and then we did a partial on our way home the one day. And then we came back for the Dr. Malone rally, which was really, really cool. Talk about weather, though. We had what? I feel like playing Minecraft, we had every 10 minutes the weather changed. It's like one minute it's sunny, the next it's raining, the next it's snowing, sleeting. It was just all over the place. 1.5 miles until this really hard ramp.
1.5 miles.
Yeah. Kimberly says, I drove an 18-wheeler for 10 years. My CB handle is the Elusive Strawberry. I love that. That's a great CB name. Reagan Girl says, Kimberly, you're cool. Yeah, Kimberly, feel free to, good, you guys already linked her channel. Awesome. Thanks. The flag waves are the most fun thing we do. There's nothing like it, says Cheryl. Yeah, it's really cool. To get all the honks and stuff, it's just amazing. It's all good, American Girl. Don't worry about it. You'll learn as the more you practice.
9 south, 1/2 mile. That's what we want, right?
Yeah. It says stay in the rightmost lane, which we are. Again, we appreciate all the mods' help because we wouldn't be able to do it without you. It's hard to live stream and make sure all the streams are up and running and not have any issues and post links. I think it helps the viewers, having those links posted makes it so much easier for them. Alright, so we stay on this for roughly 3.6 miles. And then we continue straight onto Route 35.
When 9 turns to the side?
I'm guessing so. Restart Waze because it's crashed. It's not letting me zoom out. Ooh, potholes. Alright, we're gonna be crossing a bridge soon. Big bridge.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Going over some water?
Yep. We're going over, I'm not sure what we call this.
Well, now we're on Route 9. We can't be far from the coast.
Oh, we're not. We are going to be hugging the coast. I'm not sure about the merging and stuff for the bridge. I did tell Waze to avoid tolls, so I hope it listened.
Looks like we got something coming up here.
You want to stay straight, it says. So we're going to be crossing the... I don't know what it's called. The Garden State Parkway is on our right. It says, I don't know, maybe it's Amboy? Maybe Cheryl knows. Route 9 crosses to Sayreville. Do you know the name of the bridge or what they call the water? It's kind of like a port. Like you can come in and there's like ships and stuff.
Is this where the Raritan River comes to the ocean? Or is it just an inlet?
Yeah, the river comes out here.
Raritan?
I don't know if it's the Raritan. It's not labeling it for me. But it goes all the way from New Brunswick.
Yeah, I would think so.
I think it is. I don't know my geography very well.
So Route 35 was the other route you mentioned?
Yes.
I saw the sign for it.
Yeah, the roads was split apart at one point. We got to make sure we're in the correct lane. So this is where 1.7 we got to stay straight. She's like, I'm not sure. I'm a South Jersey girl. Yeah, I'm not sure either. But yeah, we're gonna be hugging the coast once we get on 35. We'll be much closer to the coast.
I can't say I can remember ever being on this stretch of Route 9.
Yeah, it's an adventure.
Looks like our lane is going to run out here. South Amboy.
It's a balmy 61 degrees out.
It's getting warmer. That sign is suggesting what you think, that Route 9 actually, you got to turn off of this road to stay on Route 9.
That's what Waze is saying. In point 1, you got to make sure you're in the 2 left lanes. So apparently we get 3 lanes, and 1 goes to the right. 425 feet, it says.
Yeah, Route 9 makes a right-hand turn.
Alright, we're now on Route 35. In 6.1 miles, we turn left. So we're going to be hugging the coast. I don't know how much we're going to go see, though, with like, the houses and stuff, but the coast is over here on the left. The inlet, I guess.
You need a left window camera.
Yeah, we do. I remember one time WYSIWYG had, I think he had 3 or 4 cameras going on his car, on his truck at once.
Now, could he switch between them during a stream?
Yeah, he had some fancy setup with a laptop with GoPros, and I don't know how he got any of it to work. But I know he was having microphone issues between them all. Like, sometimes the microphone wasn't working, so it was complicated.
So we're now in Sayreville.
I'm just hoping that the road's open to go out to Sandy Hook. Just hoping that there's no closure with the recent hurricane remnants coming up. Oh, I forgot to mention earlier, Kimberly, when you were mentioning your CB handle, when I came up with mine, when we were at Berkeley Springs covering a rally, we were convoying back in the dark, and I needed something. So I was like, what can I do? I was like, well, everybody knows me for my pumpkin muffins, so I just started calling myself Pumpkin. And I found out that someone else had used it earlier on, and she's like, don't worry about it. She's like, you've earned the handle. She's like, I didn't earn it. I just was calling it because my honey calls him Pumpkin. It was just funny. But yeah, here we might get a glimpse of some water up here when we start to curve to the right. Because we're really close to the water, like really close.
Yeah. I would expect so.
Yeah, like literally you could almost jump off the bridge and go into water.
Oh yeah, it's really right over there.
Look at this cool bridge. It's a big iron bridge. Metal bridge. Yeah, you guys could literally jump off the bridge. I know you guys can't see, but you could jump off into the water. Hey, it's the Township of Old Bridge. That's cool. There's literally a bridge there that they lift up for the boats.
This one does too, I think.
Yeah. Wow, that's neat. America Girl says, my sister lives in Sayreville. Oh, that's cool. There's water.
Wow.
This is neat. It looks like a visitor center of some kind over there. You can't get to it from this side, apparently. It says Old Bridge Water something park. America Girl says, howdy, Pumpkin. Yeah, so it's kind of stuck, I guess. Everybody, if people don't know my name, if you say Pumpkin Muffins or the Pumpkin Muffin Lady, they're like, oh yeah. Or Gwen's Convoy Meeting Notes, they're like, I know who that is. So, yeah. Though I have renamed it to Gwen's Notes because there's not really much convoy meetings anymore to report on, so it just got to be a bit too much of a mouthful to use at different events. So in 3.2 miles, we will be turning left, if all goes well, onto Route 36.
All right. $3.30 a gallon for gasoline here.
Yeah, that's cash though. Credit is $3.39. Diesel is $4.95 credit, $4.85 cash.
At least they tell you the difference.
Yeah. It's a lot of prices to look at as a driver though. Cheryl said, your pumpkin muffins are famous. Yeah, they are. Unfortunately, this year's pumpkin harvest is not looking good. I'm not sure we're going to get much of anything this year.
Good thing we still have some left over then. Yeah.
We have 2 baby pumpkins that we're ready to pick. Unfortunately, one went bad already because I think it got a worm or something in it. The other one's too small really to turn into a pie. We got at least 10 out there in the garden, but they're not super big right now. But maybe with this rain they'll grow big.
I don't know. They might like it.
They might like the rain, so they might get something out of them. There was one really nice. You know, like you get those nice flat oval ones that like sit flatter rather than like the round. We have one that's like that right now in the garden. So that's kind of cool.
Aberdeen Township now. So far, it's not raining.
Yeah, I'm excited. So the plan will be if we can find parking near the White House, is try to. I'll end the stream so I can get it set up in the gimbal, because that's a bit of a process. I don't like to put you guys through the blender, so I'll start the stream over. That way it's separate, so if people just want to look at the lighthouse, they don't have to watch 2 hours or like an hour of the car. So, but I'm excited. I'm really excited. It'd be really cool if we could go inside too, but I don't know if that's gonna be possible. Fingers crossed.
So what are we going over here?
Another body of water of some kind.
A lot of grass.
Yeah, small
Marsh
boats,
area.
Small boats. We saw a small dock back there. In point 6, we turn left. So we're going to need to get over a lane.
It's a left turn.
Yes.
Not a right turn to make a left turn?
It claims it's a left. You guys stay to the left. Apparently what happens is the left lane goes left and straight, and we want to curve to the left.
Next left. Route 36.
Yep, we want 36.
Keensburg.
Yep, we're going to Sandy Hook. That's where we're going. Alright, now it's 13 miles out to Sandy Hook. A lot of it's going to be fairly straight, and then we make a left when we get closer out to actually go out to the jetty of land that sticks out.
11 miles to Highlands.
We will be going past that. We're going 12 miles. So we're a little further in on the shore right now than when we started. But the closer we get towards Sandy Hook, the closer we'll get towards the water.
Where's Asbury Park from here? Is that north? I'm guessing so, but I don't know. I remember going to Asbury Park once for a day at the beach.
Let me look it up.
Let me just pull a map out here.
Asbury Park is much further south.
Is it?
Yes. That's where it is.
Oh, I see. So we are pretty far north.
Yeah, we're going up there.
Oh, okay.
Like literally the jetty of land. Assuming the road's open. That's why I say assuming the road's open, because it's literally like this one water crossing you gotta get over to get over it, and then it's this really narrow strip of land. So I'm praying that the storm hasn't damaged it so that it's open. So we'll see. Yeah, Asbury Park. Asbury Park might be closer to that other lighthouse I was looking at, because the one I was looking at was further south. Let's see if I can find it.
I also remember going, a friend, his parents had a house at Beach Haven Park, which is further down the coast. He was on the bay side. He wasn't on the beach side, though.
What is it called?
Beach Haven Park, specifically.
Beach Haven.
There's a long spit of land. There's a whole bunch of things along there.
Why is it saying New York? It's saying it's in New York. That's weird.
I think if you scroll down your map south of Asbury Park, you'll find it. It's somewhere down that way. It's not as far down as Atlantic City.
Oh, I see it. I wasn't zoomed out far enough. What's kind of cool about the Sandy Hook area is you can actually, be on the bay side, and you can go on the other side and go to the ocean side, which is kind of cool. I just don't know what the access options are. It's the only thing I'm not 100% sure on.
International flavors and fragrances.
Interesting. be no rain so far. Let's hope it stays that way.
On the left, I just see mostly trees.
Yeah.
I don't see any water.
We're kind of inside a little bit now. When we get further out towards Middletown, we'll get closer to the water again. Right now we're near Hazlet, Hazlet. So again, the plan is once we get there, hopefully we'll find parking. I'm going to end this live stream and then start a new one to do the lighthouse, walk around. And if we can go inside, we'll go inside, but I'm not sure we can or not. They did say on the website that they open at 1 p.m. from what I could tell, so we might be able to go inside, but we'll see.
Probably won't be able to stream though.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I can always do it outside. Walk around. Because that's no different than videoing it on your phone, so anybody can go walk around. Oh, it's sad. Family business that had to close their doors after 25 years. Thanking their customers for 25 years of patronage. Kimberly says, I'm following you along on the map. Oh, nice. Is that a Hummer? That's a Hummer. It looks like a Hummer. As far as people have those things.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
I was just thinking about not having a map in front of me and flying blind.
Oh. I got you. I got you covered. That's why I'm the co-pilot.
It's not like I can do this in memory. I have no idea. Other than oceans to my left.
Well, actually, it's the bay. Ocean's straight ahead.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, it's not on my right, is it?
No, you got land on the right. Yeah. Yeah, the bay's to your left, the ocean's straight ahead, and land on the right.
So if I want to swim to Europe, I would make a left turn.
Oh, wouldn't you? Well, yeah, I guess you kind of make a slight left, yeah, to go direct.
Are we on mainland? Or are we on a...
Yeah, we're on the mainland.
Alright, so there's no bay on our right.
The bay's on your left.
There's actually bay on my left, too.
Yeah.
I see a little bit through the trees there.
That's what it looks like. This is all bay, that's ocean.
Are we generally heading south?
Kimberly says, if you go left, you're swimming in New York. Yeah, he is. That's what I was saying. I was like, maybe a slight left, but mostly straight. Yeah. Yeah, if you go to New York. I didn't notice the Statue of Liberty when we crossed the bridge, so I'm guessing we just didn't have the angle.
I remember when we went to Monmouth years ago, whatever that was, 2014 or so, we did drive around. It was at night, and we actually were somewhere where we had a fair amount of elevation, and I think we did see it.
I don't remember where that was, though.
Yeah.
That was a while, so many years ago, I don't remember. I do remember seeing the really weird, was it a jellyfish on the beach?
Was that here?
We saw something on the beach. I know we saw one along when we went down to Old Dominion, also on the beach. But I thought there was something weird on the beach up here, but I don't remember what it was. do cross the water to get onto 36, you have to make a right-hand exit to get onto Ocean Avenue. So that'll be 6.6 miles. Kimberly says the Statue of Liberty is in the upper bay by Brooklyn and Manhattan. You're near the lower bay. Yeah, I figured we were too low, but I wasn't sure.
So I'm guessing then you'd need some elevation to see it.
Yeah. I'm also just super grateful that we're actually able to even do this trip because, what was it, 2 days ago? We didn't even have a working alternator. So, yay for that. Yay for my brother pulling through and getting us a alternator fix. Did you guys end up doing swapping the pulleys or something?
Yeah, he swapped the pulley on a bad one and put it on one that was an unknown that we thought was good, but when it got shipped, it arrived damaged with a bent pulley. So we ended up getting another one, a replacement. So we kept the one with the bad pulley kind of as a backup.
And we're glad we did.
Yeah.
Really glad.
He did the pulley swap, so he said it wasn't too hard to do.
Yeah, I'm just grateful that it worked because getting car parts these days, the wait time can be rough if they're not in stock.
I don't know what happened to the old one. It just started to make a lot of noise, started to whine.
It also got really hot.
It got really hot, yeah.
Yeah, so super, super thankful that my brother was able to do that because we wouldn't be able to do this trip or the big events on Friday without it. We'd be looking at alternative transportation.
So this is alternator number 4. We're just chewing through them.
Well, keep in mind, how many miles are on the car? What's the number? We're at,
442,000.
So, one alternator every 100,000, right? That's not too bad, right?
I guess if you
miles.
average it out like that, yeah.
But I don't think we got 100,000 miles out of this last alternator. But it was used, so, when you buy used, it's not going to necessarily last as long, so. Alright, 5 miles until we make that right-hand exit. That's after we cross the bridge. Like the little cute shops and stuff they have at the shore, like the restaurants and those, gift shops and the ice cream places.
I think Long Branch has a boardwalk.
They had this really cute ice cream place across the street from the Presidential Park, but it's closed now because it's after the season. But it looks like a little lighthouse, like the shape of the building.
It was always fun to rent bicycles and ride on the boardwalk during the mornings.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun.
I think you were allowed to ride up till something like 10 a.m.
I wonder if did they ever repair all the boardwalk damage from when they got hit with the hurricanes a few years ago?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I wonder how much of that they were able to fix. I know they took out a lot of the boardwalk with that. I think it was it Sandy that really devastated it?
I remember Atlantic City Boardwalk. I think it was 10 miles from one end to the other.
That's really long.
Maybe that's longer than, maybe it wasn't quite that long. I don't know. It was pretty long.
On a bike, not too bad.
Maybe it was round trip. Maybe it was round trip. I just remember I kept bugging my mom that I wanted to walk the whole boardwalk.
And of course you wanted to walk it rather than bike it. On a bike, that's not too bad. Walking, that's a long walk.
I remember we did it though.
That's cool.
We took a bus back.
I remember she seemed to really be into the hiking when we went to Cape Cod when we were little. Before she got too sick.
She never did a lot of it, but she did like going for the small hikes.
Yeah. I know in her later years she had too much trouble breathing, so she couldn't do them anymore. I always felt bad that we'd leave her at the hotel. You know?
Yeah. But I was definitely very tired after that boardwalk walk.
Oh, I can imagine.
Now that would have had to have been when I was maybe 9 years old.
Wow, you were that young and you wanted to walk the whole thing?
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't know what I was getting into.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you probably didn't really realize what 10 miles was.
Or whatever the mileage was.
That kind of reminds me of us way back when, before my whole ankle injury, when we did that long hike out to Jeremy Point. And we came back in the dark.
That's out on Cape Cod.
Yeah, out on Cape Cod. We hiked all the way out to Jeremy Point, and then we started too late. Typical Fowler tradition. We never leave early enough. So we started too late in the day, and it was getting dark. And it's like, do you want to take the wood trails back, or do we want to hike the beach back and try to get off and hope we find the right exit to get off? We're like, let's take the beach, because we had some moonlight, because we didn't bring any flashlights.
Was it completely dark at that point?
Yeah, we had only moonlight.
I thought we had at least one little flashlight.
Well, maybe we did, but we didn't have much of a flashlight. I just remember we took most of the beach back, and then you had to do the dark woods part to get back to the car. And that's where we used the light if we had it. But I remember we found that big sunfish on the beach.
Oh, I remember that.
That giant sunfish. The thing was, what 4 feet across, and it smelled horrible.
I think you're exaggerating now.
It was huge. The thing was huge. I have pictures of it on Facebook.
It was huge to you because you were...
little, I guess.
Yeah.
It was huge.
It's like 4 feet across.
That's what it reminded me.
It was big, but it wasn't that big.
It was huge. To me, it was huge. And it stunk. Oh my goodness, did it stink. Because it was unfortunately dead. But I just remember we stumbled upon it. And I was just like, what is this? But yeah, that was one of our really long hikes. Boy, were we tired. And then we also did that one hike out to the, what was the lighthouse? We have a thing with lighthouses, if you haven't noticed. We ended up hiking out to, which lighthouse was it?
It was one of the lighthouses at Provincetown.
Provincetown, yeah. Where there's like a jetty where you can hike out on rocks.
It's out on Cape Cod in Massachusetts.
And then you hike out on the rocks, and then you walk across like the dunes and stuff, like the grass and the sand. And there's a lighthouse. We did that and got out there for the sunset. And it was unbelievable, the sunset out there. It was just the most beautiful sunset I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, the sun going down over Cape Cod Bay.
Yeah, and it's just, it was all the pinks, the oranges, the rosy glow. It was just, I took a lot of photos. But then we had to hike that back in the dark. So that was the only downside about being out there for the sunset, is we had to do a lot of the jetty in the dark. And it was windy and cold. I just remember when we finally got back to shore, we went to dinner somewhere, and we were just freezing. Just that feeling of being windburned. It's just, you're just cold. We had wind jackets on, but your face just felt raw.
Yeah, that walk out on the jetty was a bit rough. It was a pretty nice jetty, but it was wet from the water.
It's slippery.
Because there was a fair amount of...
Oh, what's going on here?
I'm not sure.
Are they turning?
Nobody's got their turn signals on, so I don't think so.
Oh, they are. There's like an exit ramp up here, apparently.
Oh.
I just didn't realize that.
I guess it's a local thing to know that.
Well, apparently that's what you gotta do to be able to turn. U-turns and left turns, apparently.
That's why the other guy cut around all of them.
Well, I didn't know. But yeah, that was a really cool trip.
Are there children present? 30-mile-an-hour speed limit, if there are.
I didn't see any.
At least they give you the ability to make a judgment on that.
Cheryl says, it might be 10 miles round trip for the boardwalk. All we do is walk at the beach, so 10 miles a day is normal for us. Kimberly says, in New Jersey, why do they drive on a parkway and then park in the driveway? That is pretty funny when you think about it. Cheryl says, once we stayed in Ventnor and walked the boards to AC, and that was 10 miles.
Half a mile to Sandy Hook exit, I think. It's Park Service. U.S. Park Service, apparently.
Yeah, it is a park. 0.7 to the ramp. But we'll be crossing the water. The Jewel by the Sea. It's a church. Very pretty. So yeah, I remember some very long walks that I definitely underestimated how long the day was going to be. That jetty one, though, was rough with the wind. Just remember how we almost got blown off a few times. Because I know we were talking to my brother. I was like, do we really want to do this today? Like, here's the bridge, guys. There's the bridge.
So we're going to go straight?
Yeah, we're going to go straight. And then we're going to get off the bridge on the other end. That is the ocean straight ahead. The bay on your left, some bay on the right, ocean straight ahead. Hope you guys packed your swimming trunks on your boat. There's the Atlantic Ocean. It looks rough.
So which way do we go?
We stay in this lane. We're in the exit only lane.
This is where we want to be?
Yep. Because we're literally going to turn.
I see the sign now.
Hey Josh, how's it going? We are going to the beach. If you're just joining us. The plan is we're going to the Sandy Hook Lighthouse, which we're going to get to shortly. Oh, look at the seagull walking the ramp. And the plan is hopefully to find a parking spot so that I can stop the stream and restart it. Because I'm going to switch you guys over to the gimbal if we're able to get a tour on the outside and maybe on the inside. So we'll see how it goes, but hang tight because we're almost there. So
well, the surf is looking rough for sure.
They said riptides are in effect right now. They have riptide warning and high swell warning, beach erosion warning. They had a gale warning till 6 a.m. this morning. Josh says it looks yucky. Well, the weather's not too bad. It's a balmy 60 degrees. We're in a Sandy Hook Gateway National Recreation Area.
Pay fee?
I didn't think there's a fee.
I think there is.
Well, I guess we're finding out.
How much is it?
I don't know.
$20. Daily fee. Wow. Oh,
it says no fee on the window.
Per vehicle, $100 for the season pass. So I guess we're good.
It says no fee on the window, so.
Oh, sweet.
Apparently because it's off season.
I guess so.
The guy's looking at us like, what are we doing?
Well, we don't know.
Yeah.
Parking area A, huh? So it's several miles now to the lighthouse from here?
Yeah. Oh, the roads are a bit rough.
So this is all national park area, huh?
Yeah. So on the left is the bay, and on the right is the ocean. So you got the U.S. Coast Guard at 4.8 miles, Sandy Hook Lighthouse 4.4, Fort Hancock Historic Post 4 miles. I didn't know there was that. Oh, it looks so cool. There's the bay. We may come back to this parking spot here.
Go to the beach?
Yeah. It's got the beach smell. It smells like the beach. The smell of seagulls and salty air. We do not own the rights to the speed guards.
So I can see what I would charge. Probably be a really good place to go for a day at the beach.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to turn you guys. I'm sorry if this is really bouncy, but I want to show you the water. Try to show you the water.
That's the bay side now.
Yeah, that's too low. Darn. Just trying to give you guys a better view. Not gonna work, I guess.
Said they got a bike trail.
Parking area, beach center. This is another. This is probably the closer one for the beach. This one right here. But I want to do the lighthouse first.
Park hours 5 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Yeah, they do have a nice trail. So roughly 2.8 miles to the lighthouse.
Is that it? On the right?
What?
Lighthouse. Is that something different?
That might be the missile site.
Oh yeah?
Apparently there's a Nike missile site up here. There's also more beach entrances. The lighthouse is more over here.
Oh
on the
yeah,
left.
it fooled me with the way that the top of that building is designed.
Yeah. Unless that's part of the fort. I'm not sure exactly where the fort is. Oh, they got a giant osprey nest. Remember how you always hear about the osprey nest at the shore? They got one of those holes for the nests, and there's a giant nest on it.
Really? Is that what that is?
Yeah, massive. I noticed a lot more birds. There's a lot of birds flying in the air. So parking's beach lot E. McFly's on the Hook next to the lighthouse is open. I guess that's a little restaurant. Or tackle maybe? I don't know.
Oh, look at this on the left.
Ooh, what is this?
We're talking about missiles.
Let's look at this, guys. Oh, wow. That's cool. Let's see if we can get a picture. I can't get a picture through my window. Oh, there's a big one on the right.
Oh yeah,
I
you're
have to wind
right.
my window down.
It's on the other side as well.
Look at that, guys. It's giant. That's so cool. Sorry for the jerks, guys. I just wanted to show you guys that this must be the missile. Yeah, authorized personnel only. So that building that you saw was probably part of that. That is so neat. I admit I didn't have a lot of time to research everything that was out here last night because I was trying to get everything else ready. But that's cool. That's really neat.
Fishing beach. There's a couple people riding bikes.
We're gonna get really close to the bay up here, and I don't know, half a mile on your side. We'll be almost kissing it.
We'll be running out of land.
That is really neat.
Reminds me of the Cape Cod a little bit.
It does. It really does.
Going out on Route 6 towards Provincetown.
That's kind of why I wanted to do it.
That's stretched there past Wellfleet. We had the bay on the left and you had dunes on the right.
See, look, there's the bay right there. Oh, there's a big boat. We want to go straight. Curve to the left. Horseshoe Cove parking area. Look at the water. Alright, we're less than 0.6 from the lighthouse, guys. There's some people out there in the water there.
Parking lot for campers only.
Is that what it said?
Back there, yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not sure if there's close parking to the lighthouse. We may have to check that out and see. Drive.
This is kind of like the Blue Ridge Parkway, but at the beach.
Yeah. There's a big boats out there. Really big boats. Wish there was time to take a picture. You see the big boats?
I see big boats. All right, now what do we do?
We go to the right. This is Fort Hancock Historic Post. That'd be cool to take a walk around. We may have to come back to this parking lot. I don't know.
Well, we'll have
We'll drive
to.
around.
I don't think there's any other way back.
Yeah, but I'm saying like to get to the lighthouse. I don't know if there's parking at the lighthouse since it's part of the fort. So in 0.2 miles, it says we make a slight right and then a left, and we're there. So apparently, James Howard Marine Laboratory is on our right, and the National Oceanic Atmospheric Center was on the left back there. New Jersey Sea Grant Consortium. Oh wow, look at the building they're trying
Now
to
there's a
restore.
lighthouse.
There it is. Is this the parking for it? Let's, I guess we'll drive around it. Can we drive around it and then come park? Oh wait, we can show it to them on the stream and then park. I think you can drive around it.
I don't know, unless this isn't it yet.
No, this is it. This is the lighthouse. So you're gonna have to go left. To just go around.
Your map says this is it, huh?
Yeah. Well, we could go around this way. It's fine. Yeah, we're gonna get closer, Kimberly. The plan is we'll go around and then get back to that parking lot, and then I will. Oh, there's a deer. I will stop the stream and get you guys in the gimbal, and we'll go take for a little walk.
Did it look like there was any parking?
Yeah, in that parking lot.
Back a little ways?
Yeah, it wasn't that far. Ooh, look at the old, I don't know what this is. What does it say it is? Caution, hazardous area. Wow. That looks interesting. That looks like it might have been missile tested on, to be honest. I have no idea what's all back in here.
It's not what I expected.
No. Battery Potter. There's like a info sign there, but I can't read it. I'm guessing go left.
You want to go left?
We can go right if you want. Whatever you want to do. We can go right. You'll eventually have to go left though, because there's not that much road left. So apparently this is all part of the fort, I'm guessing. They've got numbers. 145. Oh, look at that. I gotta take pictures of that when you turn left here, because you have to go left here. I want to take pictures of that. That is definitely... Zoom that in for you guys so you can see that better. I like how it won't let me zoom in.
You have to turn it, yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. Interesting. I say they missile tested here.
Why would they build all that and destroy it? It might be some old infrastructure.
It just looks really weird. It's like all gutted and like burned.
Guess they do it for training. They use it for training.
No, maybe.
I have no idea. I'm kind of guessing.
Yeah, we don't really know, guys. We're kind of just speculating.
Exit to the right, huh?
I wouldn't have guessed that, but...
I see another one up here. Another exit sign.
Yeah, we're doing the outside loop.
Should come back around the other side of the lighthouse then.
Yeah. There you go, the United States Coast Guard, U.S. Department of Homeland Security. No trespassing. There you built the buildings up, like water could go underneath.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize the lighthouse was all part of this.
It makes sense though.
Yeah, it does. Oh, look at the cannon.
Let me pull up.
Yeah, when you want to know. I want to get a picture. Of course, this guy's gonna block our view.
Maybe he's trying to get a picture too.
That's so cool. Oh, there's a thing you can walk out. I wonder if we can. Parallel parking only, it says. It's like a little dock.
Well, I think that if it's it's not fenced in. You can walk around.
It's a little dock. I'm just leaving my window open just because I'm taking pictures.
Some front porches in disrepair here.
Yeah. Storm beaten. Looks like they're trying to keep them up. Ooh, that one looks like it collapsed massively. Trying to figure out where we gotta turn. Oh, we should have gone left there. Boats! Oh, another cannon. Everyone says all those buildings are part of the old military base. Yeah, I'm guessing so. You need to make the next left.
Right here?
Or up there where we came in.
All right.
Either one.
Are you sure we're back far enough?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. I see it again.
Yep. We're going to be turning up here.
This is the parking area up here?
Well, it's going to be the parking area. Let's put it that way. It says it's for the Fort Hancock parking. So
all right.
We're going to turn in up there and just look at this looks like the public one to me, so it's got all the trail signs and stuff, so. Alright guys, we made it to the parking lot. So the plan is I'm going to stop the stream now, and then I'm going to get the gimbal out of the trunk. I'm going to move you guys over to the gimbal, and then we're going to go for a walk. So please hang tight, and I'll be back hopefully within 5 minutes or less, and we'll go for a walk. So I'll talk to you soon.